Fathers are just as important as mothers, but perhaps they've taken too much of a back seat. I think we are not acknowledging them enough. Let's go. Welcome from Roots to Fruit. As a Canadian Christian Orthodox homeschooling mother that also works, many challenges arise. Come with me as I explore these issues, all of the good, the bad, and the ugly. Let's go on a journey together from roots to fruit. When Mother's Day comes rolling around, we hear about it early and often. I get it, there's much to celebrate. Being a mother is a hard job and exhausting, but a fulfilling experience, and I love it. I think it is wonderful that we have a celebration that acknowledges mothers everywhere for all they do. After all, it is one of the most important jobs. But when it comes to Father's Day, I feel that we downplay it far too much and reduce it to commercialism instead of actually acknowledging what fathers and husbands do. We tend to buy a gift for dad and or feed them, and that's it. This doesn't sit well with me. After all, raising children is a partnership. We do this together. I want to make it clear that I fully acknowledge and understand that not all fathers are there for the mother, and that there are single mothers out there too. But it is no excuse to ignore the fathers that are there, that are supportive, and that help. And let's not forget that there are single fathers out there as well. We should give credit to where credit is due and not paint them all with the same brush. After all, we don't like it when they do it to us. Fathers tend not to say much. They tend not to express that they want more than a simple gift or a meal, and I'm sure they're okay with it. But perhaps they're not. Perhaps they want more and are keeping quiet. I have repeatedly heard from fathers that they fully appreciate all that mothers do, but they wouldn't mind getting credit for what they do, to know that their efforts are appreciated or even simply noticed, that they have been going through parenthood with us, and that they're there too. They also put in the time. Just like everything else in life, if we keep ignoring and or taking credit for what others do, then they're less likely to want to help and be less supportive. In general, I feel that we exclude fathers too much. We tend to focus on celebrating the mother instead of both. There seems to be a fear by acknowledging what fathers contribute, it would somehow devalue the work the mothers do. And this shouldn't be the case. Both parents should be treated equally as they created the child equally. Sure, they didn't carry the child for 9 months, but they were there to help during pregnancy. And that isn't said enough. I have seen and heard far too many women asking the father for all sorts of unreasonable requests, and the father fulfills them without question. Instead of being acknowledged, we say that the mother has the right to do these things. Then they're there for all the hormonal changes and the mood swings that the father has to deal with. Plus, the father is there when the mother needs to kick up her feet from being exhausted from pregnancy. In addition, the father is there during the labor, awake going through the pain with us. They were there to hold our hand and to experience the birth of the child. After the birth, they were there for the sleepless nights. And let's not forget that nowadays fathers help way more than we give them credit for. Fathers these days help with the feedings, diaper changes, catching up on sleep, giving the mother alone time, and so much more. Not only do we ignore this, but some women complain if the father asks for a sandwich. Their effort doesn't stop there. Fathers also do wonderful things, like help teach children things we don't know. They bring a different view and aspect of life. Husbands, boyfriends, or common law partners do lots for us and the family, and this should also be acknowledged just like wives and mothers are. When it comes to homeschooling families, I'm not sure we acknowledge them anymore. Something I noticed when I first joined the homeschool meetups is the lack of fathers. In fact, I barely saw them. Almost all meetups and get-togethers were without dad. As previously mentioned, most meetups are during the day when fathers work, and that's fine. But when asked if we can do family meetups to include dad, I would get looks and comments, and I'm not the only one with this complaint. I even asked someone if there are homeschooling dads, and if you can believe it, that mother laughed and said, "We had one once, but he didn't last long." There doesn't seem to be much in the way of welcoming fathers into the mix, or even having meetups with them. The women get together while the men work, and it's all separate. I'm sure they have family time with dad and it's quality time, but it's as though dad is kept out of sight. Now, not all mothers are like this. In fact, I've met many that didn't like this either, but they tend to be quiet about it, almost like there is a fear of talking about it, as if you have somehow reduced what a mother does. I don't blame them. I also get comments when I bring it up too. I feel that we have focused so much on elevating the mother that we neglect dad as a whole. Again, I'm talking in general terms, so it's not everyone, but there isn't enough encouragement for dad to be involved. For example, if we look at homeschool groups, they're all about the mother, But what about dad? Dads are not only part of the family, but of the village as well. They bring an important element to the family. They have lots to teach. Statistics show that increased father involvement leads to more well rounded children. And fathers want to be more involved. They want to come to our meetups. They want to meet other families. They want to see what their children are up to. And they want to be there for their family. And to be honest, I don't know if it's such a good idea to constantly exclude dad, to have family time separate and not to give them credit. There are lots of dads out there that want to be there and be supportive, and sometimes we block them from being able to do so. A supportive dad makes for a healthier family, and it helps with less stress levels, including taking some of the burden off. Unfortunately, I feel like this topic might be too controversial, so I can't make this too long. There's so much more I want to say, but we don't live in a time where we can be truthful about such topics. Perhaps we need to make some changes, and that should start with having conversations about how acknowledging one parent doesn't diminish the other. But I do want to say to the fathers that we know you are there, even if we may not show it at times. We do appreciate you and all your efforts, and you make our job easier. Thank you for all you do. You are important. Thank you for your time. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for your time. If you want to know more about me and my podcast, please visit me on my website for more information at fromrootstofruit.podbean.com. May you be blessed from roots to fruit.